Internal opening.
Yo, pass it, nigga. So that's what was happening. My soundboard wasn't even going all the way. Still can't hear the recording of the game though. That's why it would be mad helpful if 2K would automatically record the sound on here. Every other game, every other game literally records the sound. Without a sound card. Yo, and the last stream I did, it gets rejected off of the what's called. I did that like a week ago, over a week ago, because it was just music. They called it spam because I was just playing music the whole time. But that would take away a lot of this dead space that I have because well, I need to go back in my settings and change it apparently. I thought I fixed that part. Pass it. There we go. I still done. What's go done? Imagine me turning the corner. Imagine me turning the corner, 2K. No point in turning the volume up if I can't hear it on the stream. That's what makes me wonder if you would consider Ben Simmons a legend for LSU, would you consider Tremont Waters one then? I mean, obviously you're gonna consider Pete Maverick and Shaq, and there may be a few others that I may not be thinking of. But I'm saying Ben played 1 year and broke the free freshman assist record. Then my cousin came in, played 2 years, and broke the freshman assist record, and almost put himself, I think, put himself in at least almost top five all time assists. Imagine letting me just shoot that. Like y'all do stuff with this body control thing. That's sometimes too much. Like at least let me, even if it's off balance, at least acknowledge that I try to shoot it. Need to be passing the ball. Only thing I need to work on is playmaking. I'm really just VC, trying to get VC. So, so if I get buckets, that's really all that matters at this point. Because I got a fourth build and 72 overall. That ain't the move. Boy, these matches are everything. When you can spot up like that in rhythm, like you're supposed to, and don't have nothing to do, you couldn't do that with attributes. You see what I mean? Like that don't even make sense. You can't do that with attributes. But I can do that because of the badges? That's crazy. And you can't consistently do it. That's annoying. You're like, why would you be able to? It's my career. We're not talking about park. It would be nice to be able to do it consistently in park with certain people. I mean, some people can do that because they know the rhythm of their shot like perfectly. I don't know. I can't get that crap down. Because as you see, mine's slightly late or slightly early almost all the time. And I got a trigger button and a shot meter, and they don't give me that bucket. And he's a three-level scorer. What I've learned with three-level scorer is you just got to play inside, outside. Because it's not really a three. It's not true. It's not a true 3 point shooter. He's a balanced shooter, basically. So you gotta mix it up. You gotta shoot some biddies. You gotta get to the basket. You can't play. You can't run because they took away ability for a small forward to be able to move for some reason. I mean, I got downhill too, in on goal. Like that don't even make sense, man. Always could play defense. Well, I always can steal, not play defense. Let me say it that way, because if you can't stay in front of your man, technically you're not playing defense, which it really doesn't make any sense. They just let people blow by you this year, and it's like, all right, cool. That's all. That's amazing, man. You can hear all the sounds off of my controller. So why don't you just put the sound on the controller, the commentating on the controller then too? That doesn't make no darn sense.
Male voice. For male voice. For male voice. Male voice. Childlike voice.
I'm definitely, this next build that I just made, I'm definitely putting that this is definitely going to be a build for 2K21. Because that build is balanced. Like, attribute-wise, it's still not like, y'all already know, like, I'm going to have a slashing point guard. That ain't going to never really change. Oh, we up, back up. Okay, we up. 50. Everything new. Spikes on the Louis Vuitton. We up, nigga.
That's nigga. That's the other thing about playing 3 level scorer. Well, playing small forward, you gonna play point guard. They definitely got you playing a LeBronish type of role because they know threes are gonna bring up the ball, wide stuff like that. Certain threes are gonna Tatum, you know, those type of guys. They're gonna bring up Ben. Crazy part about this team is with the installment of Prodigy at small forward, he can lineup wise we could be crazy. Because if you get somebody like Kobe White, Saturatsky, um, obviously Zach Levine, both of them niggas like 6'5", 6'6". Saturatsky's like 6'7". I'm 6'7". Wendell Carter's like 6'11". Market is 7 feet. That's a crazy lineup. Because all those niggas can run too. Young. Only thing they got on them, they don't perform necessarily that well. Now, obviously, if you have a Prodigy Starks in real life, you get over that hump every single time. Like the Bulls are crazy if a Prodigy Starks like this exists, and he's not even the best installment of Prodigy Starks. Cause my slashing playmaker is the one. The last game I played this morning, I should have streamed that crap. The last game I played with them, I had I had 19 assists and still dropped 60 against Milwaukee when Milwaukee was trying to keep up with them. 2K be on some BS for real. I got Greek, and all of a sudden, Milwaukee can stay with us now. Milwaukee can still stay with us, and I got Greek. Get out of here, man! Like up until like the fourth quarter, and then the margin goes away. Come on, man. Okay, 2K. And Greek had 30. So we had like 90 combined. So it wasn't like Greek wasn't doing this thing. You know how you have a slump because you come back to your old team and stuff like that? You don't play as well as you thought you was going to play. Like, because we was in Milwaukee. The first time we played them, we demolished them. We was in South Beach. Shoot, nigga. Done. Come on, you. God damn. Maybe I shouldn't have shot that, but I'm like, come on, bro. You got to, you got to go. You the point guard, and you just sitting there with the ball. Oh my god. If you might as well just let it be a turnover, you're gonna let it tip like that. Cause I don't get no assist for it tipping back into their hand, and then the nigga missed the shot anyway. Don't tell me we gotta go to OT. Yo! What the heck, man? Just pass it up. It trips me out that y'all have to delay every single move that they do. So y'all gonna leave me out in overtime? Oh, that's a bucket. Don't do that. See, y'all give them every advantage. You give the computer every advantage to contest a shot. I'm off. I got them off the rhythm because I'm going away from 'em. I set my feet, boom, put a bucket up, and they're still able to red contest it, yellow contest it. I'm like, so if I do the same thing, if I'm just a little bit off, no, I didn't get no contest. I get defensive breakdown. Like, come on, bro. At least the crowd know. MVP. Come on, nigga, shoot. It's off anyway. Boy, imagine y'all niggas getting the rebound. Imagine y'all niggas getting the rebound. Like y'all supposed to. Like Embiid wasn't even nowhere in the. I mean, he was in the paint, but he was making his way over there, and you still couldn't take advantage of that situation. Oh my god. I don't know what the heck I was doing right there. Well, I was one reason I was turning up my headphones. Wow. Thank you, marketing. Godly, because that didn't make no sense. I mean, it's my player nation, so I don't really care about winning and losing. I don't care about the points in the VC. And considering this is the ones I'm still trying to build up, like that's another reason why I play with my slasher playmaker more. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go to practice. All you gotta do is play the game. Everybody else, I gotta build up. I gotta make sure their badges are like, come on, man. Ben, get off me, nigga. So Ben pushes me basically, and I go out of bounds. Because you can't say that's just me totally dribbling. I should have took that. What you foul him for? I should have just took a layup. Take a layup. This don't happen. Stupid. What are you doing? Can I get a flagrant? God dang. Nigga really didn't want me to get the shot. I ain't a flagrant. It's just that I failed. The way I failed, it's like I'm thinking he like pushed me. He actually just put his hands up, so never mind. So we going into double overtime. I ain't never went in no double overtime. Well, I ain't never went in double overtime probably in a regular my career game, let alone a my player nation game. I just lose or I win. Well, obviously, but I mean, I don't go into overtime though. Boy, they really trying to make it seem like I can't stay on him. They are fine. The computer is fine by any opening to make it seem like there was slippage in that situation. Thank you, marketing, for helping out on defense. Cheating game, boy. First bucket, 3. That's it. Imagine you actually let me finish where I'm going. Any other time, you won't even pass it to me when it happens. When I'm trying to get you to give me the ball, you won't let me go all the way down baseline. Pass it. Not really where I was trying to pass it, but whatever. Now the volume on here is loud all of a sudden. Okay. Y'all did the same thing when I went up against Embiid. Embiid's obviously bigger than me, but if I'm in front of them, don't make it seem like I'm up to the side of them and make it a foul and stuff like that. Like I ain't fouling Embiid, but Tobias, I foul him because I'm at the side of him. That's a 3. I don't give a darn. Like you got to give people rewards for that. It's close to the green. It's in the rhythm shot. That's a shot that he's capable of making. He went around everybody. It's you have to reward the right thing, right type of play. That's really to me what it comes down to. Yes, you want the game to look authentic and stuff like that, but if I get open on a shot like that, that could have been a steal, and it becomes a steal. So why not give me my steal instead of letting marketing get the steal in that situation? Marketing had a better chance of stealing the ball than I did. We about to lose this because all momentum is on their side. I can't make no shots. I'm a 3 level scorer. Can't make a 3. Can't make a mid range. Can't make a layup. Should have shot the jump shot, but who knows? Who knows when I'm gonna break away from that? I barely get to break people's ankles in the first place on this game. I don't break people's ankles with my slashing playmaker. I don't create that much space. I mean that's because I have space creator on this one, but still, okay. That's all. Yo, pay attention. Just pay attention. Because I don't know why you're going to the side on a break. Why you think I pass it up to you? You're the first one. You're the closest one to the goal right now. I'm gonna keep going to the goal because I know there's a possibility that we can get an easy bucket. That slash movement. Why would this be an ad? See, 1600 VP. Shot creep. I made him a guard. Well, I mean like a 1. I didn't realize he was a 2. I just went in there to edit the size and stuff. So it's 65, right? I'm feeling that 65. So this is one of those builds that you kind of put on there and it sits at 60 for a while. And you don't even touch it for like for a long time. And I just wanted to do another build, and then I didn't realize it was on shooting guard. I probably left that 65. That's what I really hope the PS5 I'm talking to when like the PS5 like immediately this year because 2K is definitely gonna be there. But I'm not trying to fall for that crap. For 'cause I missed the boat in when they went from 2K13 to 2K14. That's the last time they went to a new console. And 2K14 was different on PS3 than it was on PS4. We're trying to have that same thing. A regular game then. But I get to play with my player again. I should go get my other player. Check that out. Yeah, hopefully Agent's right about this too. Well, not right, but hopefully this is what we all hope, basically, that PS5 loading screens are faster. I never thought we would get to that point where the loading screens were that long on games. I thought we was done with that. Like it made sense when it was PlayStation 1. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation 2 got better. Obviously, Xbox and stuff like that. But when we got the PS3 and Xbox, all of a sudden you had to have memory again. Like they changed the game. No, when you got the PS4, you had to have memory again. Because Xbox and PS3, you didn't have to have that much. You didn't really have to have that much memory on your games like that. And most of those had built-in. Once you bought it, it was already built in with a good bit of what you call it. I had a bunch of Xbox 360. Mine kept messing up, and I wasn't willing to. I'm sorry, I'm not. I ain't waiting for y'all to fix it. This is like whatever, man. Some people are like, yeah, no, I ain't paying for it. Like whatever. I scrounge up. I would find out different ways to not pay total cash on that. Anyways, I would like. I work retail, so sometimes I had gift cards for my job and stuff like that. Well, I know one time I had almost like I had like gift cards, probably some tip money that I had, and then cash, my own money. So it was like I paid half and half almost one time, and I might have even had a oh yeah, and I had the rewards card too. Number 88, Prodigy Starks, playmaking, shot creator. Good job on defense. I don't even understand the thought process this time when I was like, I won't say I didn't understand it, but I was just like, I didn't really know where I wanted to go to play as a playmaking shot creator. I picked Detroit. I think I picked the Hornets. Somebody else, Denver or something like that. And I didn't really do that good in the practices. I did enough. My stock went up, so I did enough. I didn't even check them out when I got drafted. See, that was stupid on their part. You at least need to tell them when you where they got drafted. Don't have the cutscene like, yeah, it's nice to know that we got in the cutscene that you got first round, fine. But you didn't even make it a whole. You should have made it a whole situation where you actually know the number instead of looking it up after the game. I mean, after the scene is over or whatever. When you go look up your player card. I'm just saying, like, you put emphasis on putting all this production on there, and then you don't even do stuff that actually happened within the game. Like, don't tell me, I'm old enough, I don't watch enough drafts to know that they showcase on the screen what pick you were. Like, obviously, I could see that I'm going to Detroit. I already knew I was going to Detroit because it was the first person I practiced on. Wow, I hate the beginning of the grind because your free throws are horrible. And he's supposed to be a good free throw shooter, but of course I don't have the attributes for that yet. If I had enough VC, I really ain't been putting no emphasis on. Normally I would save VC, but I got like three builds that are already in the 90s. So I really stopped saving VC because I had made all the builds I was gonna make for the most part, and I had been using it on cosmetic explosives now. Because I love having the little short shorts. Of, obviously, like having sneakers and stuff like that, and I just been buying jerseys because I know I'm not playing park enough to get my shirt off this year. Like I haven't played park. I played in the beginning of the year, basically, beginning of the 2K year. The only reason why I only wearing 23 is because it's retarded for me to have 23 and Blake to have 23. That's another glitch that 2K apparently allows. Like, it was fine with Myers Leonard. I didn't realize Myers Leonard had a zero, and I didn't think he was gonna last on the team very long anyway, considering what I was gonna do in free agency. So I just rode the zero with my first build. But whatever. Get the gat, get the gat, get the gat. Well, y'all love calling fouls, so shoot, nigga. Come on, nigga. Yeah, you give him a yellow. Was he really that close to getting a yellow? 2K. I see the red because I shot it on purpose. You know, you're gonna shoot contested shots sometimes. Your build's gonna dictate that. I got steady shooter already on here, like on silver right now. Clamps on gold. I'm going to try. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm already aggressive. I got a bronze clamps on my first build, my slasher playmaker, and I lead the league in steals. So you know I'm gonna be aggressive on the steal and try to go at them. Okay. This build is good though. Like just from attributes, you got the attributes to rebound. You got attributes to get to the bucket. Not nothing crazy like I would want it though. Because 2K thinks that if you have 90 something, or not even 90 something. It's really about 80s. If 2K thinks if you have 80 something as far as getting to the bucket and can shoot with an 80 ability, it doesn't make any sense to do that. But you know, I'm pretty sure somebody like LeBron, and the goal of my career, especially my career, is supposed to be you're supposed to be a superstar. So wouldn't you have close to those attributes in those situations, especially if your build dictates you can do those type of skill sets? I'm not saying it should be like that on Park, but here again, Park should be more on a skill based situation anyway. You're allowing people to get away with certain things on there. It's not based on skill anyway. It'd be different if you that's the separate thing you need to have on there, and have better servers. If you have better servers, and maybe if your uploading was faster, like I can't sit there and not play and sit there on the circle and not play there. I don't like a lot of dead space. If I'm on stream and be on the park, I don't want to sit there and just have me sitting there for like 20 minutes on the stream. That's why I'd rather play I like playing my career first of all, and then like because one of my homies a couple of years ago was like, why don't you do more of that? It's like because don't really care about park like that for one. And the other thing is you can't just jump in there. And the only way you really can jump in is if you have pro-am and stuff like that. Yeah, people sometimes follow me and stuff like that, but I don't know you like that to play with you. And I don't mean like I don't have a problem with playing with people. I'm saying I don't want to hear that bullcrap. I'm a grown man. I don't want to hear you complaining about no game when you know the game is set it up. They kind of set it up to make us fail at certain times. The servers they bugging out. So your lateral movement, your speed, all that stuff is shot on par compared to the game. I can move way more fluid with especially with my slash and playmaker. My slash and playmaker is flipping fast. He does not move like that in par. And that's annoying. You don't get shots that you should get. You get to the rim, like I'll get to the rim, bully you, dunk it. Then the next 5 times, I get to the rim, and I just miss easy layups. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for somebody being in my ear talking about that, and you know for a fact the game is cheesing me at that point. If I'm missing a layup, bro, that ain't on me. Like yeah, sometimes you short arm stuff. I see if you see me short arm it, fine. I'll give you that, but I don't want to hear your mouth like that. And then I gotta get up and go do some stupid job or something like that and work. Like it's a video game, my nigga. So when I play my career, I don't have to listen to nobody crying about a game, stuff like that. The guy I like to play with, he lives in Japan, so I can't times don't be the same and stuff like that. And then we play more than one play more than one type of game anyway. I play 2K a lot, don't get me wrong. But a lot of my interests are not just 2K as far as video games. I've been playing video games since I was like 6. Like I legit got like 100 games on here. On just the PS4 console. I don't know how many I have on Xbox. I definitely don't have as many because I don't have a hard drive on my Xbox. External hard drive. Everybody has a hard drive. I don't have an external one. And then of course I got an Xbox 360, and of course I got a PS3, and I got a GameCube. But none of those are actually hooked up. But just saying, I got a bunch of games. So obviously I play different type of games. But that's really why I don't really be wanting to play online like that. If I play online, I'd rather play like something like Warframe where I know I can play by myself, but somebody can jump in. type of thing. If they want to, they can jump in. But pretty much, I can play by myself, do what I need to do. It's still online. Do the mission, bump back out. I don't know. I just don't want. And when I grew up, I was playing solo a lot. Anyway, the era I grew up in, you had to go over somebody's house to play the game. So a lot of times, if I either I was playing solo or I was over somebody's house. And yeah, my friends talk junk and wild out and stuff like that when we play, but never really directly towards me like that. Because I'm not really the rah rah type of guy, anyways. When I'm playing the game, a lot of times I'm more like you can tell in my streams, I'm not like getting like too crazy. Like I'm not yelling and stuff like that. Like I get aggravated because stuff don't make sense from a basketball perspective. I don't watch and play so much basketball over the years that some of the stuff they do on 2K, you be like, what the heck? Or played so many video games. But some of that stuff is not complaints about basketball. It's just complaints about video games. I don't know why you had to make that extra pass. That's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that. You got to make that extra pass to make a worse shot, basically, to take a longer shot. I passed it backwards to you, so you can get the what you call. Oh, I deserve the foul because I kept pressing it. Because I should steal the ball in that situation. Because he's holding the ball too long. Do something, nigga. That's why. Okay. Crazy part is I didn't really spam it. I just kept pressing square like, let me get it. Let me get that. Let me get that off you. Get the cat. Get the cat. Get the cat. Come on, man. Go. Yeah, that's a brick. I'm already rebounding. Yeah. This might be my second point guard build. I might have 2 point guards in 21. And this would be more suited for me to play in the park. I always have builds for that, but that's the funny part. I'm conscious that I need to have a build that just in case I go to play a park. Like my slash and playmaker could theoretically play in park because he can pass, but he can't shoot a three ball either though. This build can play defense and has badges for defense. Well, will be getting badges for defense because it's a startup. Okay. Y'all don't give no kind of benefit of the doubt in those type of situations. If you're open and the shot meter's that close, I'm just saying it's a video game. This is what you have to realize in that situation. That's a video game, 2K. I'm not saying we gotta make every single shot, but see, you missed that shot because you got somebody on you. So if I'm open and I'm an NBA player and it's close to the shot meter, which doesn't exist, then it means I make that bucket. It shouldn't have to be a dead on green light. Because if that's the case, give me the green light then for the open shot. Yeah, because the open ones you give me, you don't let me make. Imagine that. I'm gonna shoot a contested shot. What the heck I got a steady shooter for? If I can't shoot a contested shot. Shoot, nigga. Hurry up. I don't like this either. 2K, don't do that crap no more. Don't have us sitting on the sideline for 3 seconds. Don't have us on the sideline sitting for 3 seconds. If we're going to halftime, go to halftime. The whole purpose of playing my career like that in that situation is to be in the game. Nobody want to sit on the sideline and watch that. If you're going to if you're going to halftime, take us to halftime, or we can go ahead and talk to the DA or whoever. I don't know why y'all want to get Doris Burke to interview us. You got to have different interviewers, man. Why you have all these voices and not different interviewers? There's so many different things you can do, and they show you from day to day on NBA what you can do. You got players only. You got all that stuff that you could do. You already got Chris Webber on there. You already got certain players on there. You had Dwayne Wade on the cover. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do that easily. You had Candace Parker as one of your main women on the game. You can she's doing some commentating and stuff like that. Could have had her on there to do some sideline interviews. Mix it up. It's already the same thing over and over. That's why people don't play it like that. I'm built for this because that's what I've been doing since I was like a kid. Like you don't realize how many franchise modes we played in Madden and Live and 2K. Like before my career came out, that's what we were doing. So it's nothing for me to drop a 82 clip. So I've been doing that. And I've been building teams the whole time. Because people be like, dang, how you get all these guys on your team? Well, first of all, 2K allows you to do it. Those 3 people that you ask for, more than likely, those 3 people you're going to get. Oh my God. That's another thing. Get agents right. Get rid of quick draw. Get rid of quick draw. Let somebody pick their speed. I don't need a quick release. But and that's the other thing. I'm not really about to go get quick draw, and this not this time around definitely either. Considering that a faster one ain't really gonna help me anyways. I can probably go with bronze or silver and I'll be straight for the most part. But I'm not wasting a badge point in the beginning at this point when I can get a better badge. Slightly early, but too long. Should have known. We played the Knicks the last game. So it was like we was warriors. Like we was killers out there or something. Now they gotta bring us back down to earth. There might be an asterisk behind it. If they finish the season, if they're able to finish the season and go into the playoffs this year, and LeBron's able to win one, there might be an asterisk behind that. They'd be like Corona, well, Kawhi and them didn't play like whatever, nigga. Everybody was in the same situation. It was the same playing field in that situation. I want to hear that, John. And LeBron was on another gear. He went back to back games, beat Milwaukee and the Clippers before any of that thing happened. So I'm not gonna sit there and say I wouldn't put an asterisk behind it, but you know how that goes. People love to hate LeBron. I just don't. I said that way before Kobe. I said that when Kobe was about to retire. I said, man, I don't think LeBron is gonna get that fanfare because he has enough people that hate him and enough people that love him. So it kind of would be like split. It wasn't the same like with Kobe. It wasn't that many people. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of people did not like Kobe for whatever reason. Because I always say I wasn't Kobe fan, but that didn't mean I didn't respect this game. That didn't mean I didn't love to watch him play. None of that stuff. Like like I said, I came from the '90s. You supposed to hate him because he ain't on your team. But everybody respected Kobe's game and stuff like that. And the people that loved him really loved him. Like the diehard fan, like there was some real Kobe fans out there for real. Like I could honestly say that. But I don't see that the same situation with LeBron. I'm not saying he won't get a big fanfare. It's obviously LeBron James, but I don't feel like it'll be the same like with Kobe. Because there is a lot of people that put asterisks behind on what's behind LeBron. I don't put those things on there because I know basketball is a team sport and there's things that have to happen. Like people will sit there and say, "Well, Kyrie made the shot. Ray Allen made that shot." Because Skip Bayless does that all the time. Says stuff like that, and it's like, bruh, you know this is a basketball game, right? You know this is a team sport. These things happen. You're pointing out things like that happen all the time. Jordan passed the ball and let Kerr hit the shot. Jordan still celebrated, as the man. And that's no knock on Jordan. Like Jordan's my all-time favorite player. I'm just saying, like, you pick and choose who you want to crown the king, and then sometimes there's similar situations. Yes, would I wanted LeBron to be a more aggressive in certain points? Yes, because you're like 260. Why should you pass the ball when you can bully them niggas in the paint? That's what I wish. That's what everybody named Mama wish they could do with this paint beast. I'm not saying he should be a bully like that on park. Obviously, have certain sliders and stuff like that. Somebody has to be able to stop on that stuff like that. But when you play my career, you expect to be Shaq when you have paint beast. And yeah, I still get buckets and stuff like that, but I should be bullying them. And they probably get better. I don't have all the badges I need. Like my 3 level score is almost done. I'm literally have my 3 level score. Literally just need to work on playmaking skills, get some VC up, get up to 95, and after 95, it's on based on your performance. So 3 level score could get to 90, 99 if I would honestly, if I just keep my VC up and stay on there and boom them up. I like to hold my VC when I'm building up my players. And right now I'm trying to get this nigga to 85 at least, or 86, well 87, really, because I done enough to get him to 87. If they actually let you get true points off of your my career, I mean not my career, but your off of the prelude, the beginning of the story, if they allowed you to get some real VCU points off of there. See, y'all always try to make it stronger than what it needs to be in the beginning. Dude, you're 60 overall. You wonder why we'll pay for VC. It's like, bro, I'm not trying to be 60 overall and be playing like you literally cannot do nothing. You're talking about 60 overall with no badges in the beginning. Yeah, you made the game easier for us to hit shots and stuff like that, but give me some VC to be able to add to my player. Honestly, I think this next year you should have more badge points. Because why in the world would you have that? Why in the world would you not be aligned with everybody else as far as badges? Like my slash playmaker literally has 18 badges, and LeBron has 40-something badges. So obviously LeBron has more badge points than me. And you could say, well, you got a lot of Hall of Fame ones too. That's not. I don't have any defense, but I can play. But my perimeter defense is high. My steal is high. Like certain things on my attributes are high, but I have one badge for defense. That allocates to one badge point. I don't think so. You could try to make it seem like, well, we're trying to make the player balance. You didn't make the player balance anyway because he's a slasher. He's overpowered already. Want to hear that, bull? And the true way to cap our points is allow us to actually upgrade it to where we want to go to. If somebody goes all threes and all finishing, at some point they're not gonna have any defense. That's their fault if they do that. Especially since you didn't. Especially since that BS. Stop telling whatever you telling Ronnie. Tell him the opposite so he can say the right things in the beginning of the season. Because that respect thing that everybody was talking about, that he was talking about, didn't happen. And you always got to take his words for a grain of salt, anyways. But I'm just saying, like, that would have solved the problem right there. If you have that, where you can allocate your points exactly where you want to, even though you're a playmaking shot, like you're a playmaking shot creator, but you say I want to have a better drive and dunk. Well, something else is going to suffer at the end. Like, have your caps, but if I go over the cap, then something else is going to suffer at the end. So by the time you get to 99, your rebounding may not be as good. Because if you're smart, you don't put too much on that, because rebounding is about positioning anyway. And you may not need rebounding. Like, my build don't need rebounding. This guy right here, he got a high rebounding. It'll cap out at 78. The smart thing would be for me to go over my cap on driving dunk, so I'll be able to do some stupid dunk, but also be able to shoot. So go over my driving dunk, go over the cap of my mid range and my what you call it. Let my rebounding suffer because he's only 6'3" anyway. You're gonna be surrounded by bigs. Like right now, I got John Henson. I don't necessarily need a rebound like that. The best part about this build is if you can rebound, is to push the tempo. But 2K allows your AI players not to act like they don't have any kind of basketball IQ. But the computer that you're playing against has all the basketball IQ in the world, even though they're getting blowed out. We're getting blowed out right now, but I'm just saying, like, when you really get your bearings up on the game. But sometimes you just lose games because you're 72 and ain't much you can do about that. And you don't have the minutes to carry the team. Because that's the other thing, you literally have to carry your team. And then season 2, you bulk up your team, and then season 3, you become the Monstar. Well, season 2 and 3, you can become the Monstars, basically. But I'm literally like, my Miami team is ridiculous. I don't know what to do with Chicago. I don't even know how I'm gonna finish my paint piece because it's not really that fun to play. To be honest with you, my paint piece is not fun to play. Like I said, I still get buckets, but it's not. I can't bully you like I want to, because they have, like, every big that you play is. Like I said, I eventually get my buckets like I want to, but I don't get it consistent enough in the beginning. And it's the Knicks, so they suck because nobody else can put up bucket. So like, come on. My rebound chaser's at goal, but I need something. I need like backup Punisher. I need, like, because they don't take weight into consideration for some reason. Just like when you put weight on, that could be just like when you take weight off, your speed could go up and stuff like that. Even though that's not really considerable amount. You have to be like my playmaking slash. You have to be like 6'3" and or 6'2" and have a like my guard actually is pretty big size wise, like two something I think. It still has like ridiculous speed on there, but for my slash playmaking, but my paint B should be faster just because he's 6'11" and he should be stronger because he's like 285. And the emotes that you buy, you should be able to use because the emotes that I buy, technically I can recycle them because you look at this player. This player can shoot, he can steal stuff like that, and a lot of times I have the knuckleheads and I have the hardened shimmy and I have the hardened shimmy on my 3 level score because I had to rebuy them. I had to rebuy some. But if you could use the same emotes that you had already purchased, 2K, I don't understand how you use the same tags, which I rather have in the beginning anyways, but I'm not trying to recreate my guy cosmetically like that anyway. I don't like him being bare armed like that, even though I don't even have that dude. Yeah, you can easily make them when you lose them. But I couldn't move fast enough to get a rebound on that one. I still probably wouldn't get the rebound because of my teammate. But they did what they won't move. They won't let you move. I'm pressing turbo and I don't get a boost to move forward. Move, nigga. Oh my god. Come on, come on. Shoot. Give him the ball so he can shoot. Wow. Imagine you let him just dunk that one. Like a regular rim grazer because he was right there for it. You had to let him do some fancy shot that I was not expecting him to do. So up and under reverse type of situation. Like, come on, bruh. We already losing. You gotta make me miss an easy layup. See what I'm talking about? Why? What? Why was it necessary for me to miss that layup in that situation when I had the advantage? And then you make people miss back-to-back layups. That was a little bit harder because they were still on you a little bit, but you got by them. The point is, you got by them. Even with the struggle, you got by them. So I should be able to make that layup, especially after missing a layup I shouldn't have missed in the first place. You gotta balance it out at some point, 2K. Just saying. And we're already losing, so it's like, what does it matter if I miss? What is with this extra hop step and stuff? I'm literally just trying to go straight up because I've missed 2 layups already. I could have scored 50 if I ain't miss all them dang on shots. They talking about I led the team in points. Like, yeah, okay. But that mean though. Yeah. don't know. That's a slippery slope, though. That's one of the ones. It's like eight for me. Is like you should allow them to play at 18 because the money and because the what everybody else can go to work at 18. But at the same time, a lot of these guys need more experience. That's the only other issue I have with that thing. They still need to kind of waters down the league because it's gonna take you a while to get used to playing any of these guys. I mean, you get a after a while, once the bronze and them fade away, I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But then again, you could argue that could lower the brand as far as the talent perspective. Then again, you got a lot of international players again, so if you don't step up your game, you're gonna get mollywopped by them niggas. I don't know. It depends. I can see both sides of the situation. As far as that's well, that's the way I look at it as far as the both sides. Always do that. Just do it all. That the whole thing. I don't care about I don't care about the discount if other players will get the VC. And if they were showing you the VC happening like they were last year, actually showed you when you was getting the VC. This year you kind of blind. Like when you go to this office, they not really showing you no check or anything. I mean, when you come out, there's a little thing that says 500 VC or something like that. But it's not like the it went like 19 where they showed the check. So it makes me wonder: are you actually getting these contracts? Because I had already had a bunch of VC, so I didn't. Because I had paid at the beginning of the year, so I had already had build up. It didn't seem like it was building up that much. Then again, to make my other two builds, I waited till I had a good account. I did get a lot of VC during that time. Built my 3 level score and everything. I picked my tracks. I'm ready to pass them taxes. Because I probably just went most of them. Yeah, I already got my base. He's a good guy. Because you know you're going to at some point lay up the wall. You're going to make that money eventually. And he actually has the skill set. Unlike my, no, all my guys are finished. They just don't have badges for it. I think my paint beast can have badges for it. Actually, my slash and playmaker can have badges for it. This one only has one badge, and my 3 level score only has one badge also. So Showtime for my 3 level score and my playmaking finisher put one. Oh, I have the ability though, so it actually happens more. Right. But anyway, oh, consistent finishing because I have driving dog. So like Showtime helps. It does help boost you a little bit, but it's not that significant because it's not like gold or Hall of Fame. Like your takeover would probably be crazy on there. I don't know. I don't know if I have that on there for my own because I allocated a lot of my badges for my slash and playmaker on things that actually do within the game. Showtime is not a within the game situation. It's an overall type of badge. So whatever you're doing, well, not overall, but overall finishing fast. Whatever you're doing highlight wise, your takeover goes so fast. It's not directly to a movement. Like me going to the basket helps with having a consistent finisher or having contact, stuff like that. Hence, that's why I use it on my playmaking, my slashing playmaking, like that, and not probably shooting. We'll pick something up. Let me check. Shooting difficulty, so I guess not good. And get the cat, get the cat, get the cat, get the cat. I'm doing some motion on that. I should have seen that here because point wise. I feel like they still practice should be still open practice. I feel like you should be able to scrimmage all day long. Anytime you come into, because you can go into practice facility anytime you want to. So I feel like you should be able to scrimmage. Now I don't. I think after you do one scrimmage, you don't get any point. You don't get any more points. That's just another way to be able to get some more points. A lot of people. That's the thing. They be trying to hamper you on those things. A lot of people don't even be using those things. Anyways, my career players will use it to boost their players, stuff like that. They'll speed up their process of you know building their player or whatever. But I doubt Poor Boy seeing himself here wasting his time, in the practice because he plays mostly part. I mean, he plays all part really. So part players are not really coming in here to do that. That's really why they have so much restrictions on certain things about attributes. So, because they think people are cheap or probably come in here and cheesing it like that. Like, not really. They play part. They're not in here. Through my career, you do, and they really don't cheese this because you'll sit there and we can go on a shooting drought. On this drill that I just did, I can go on a shooting drought. I can miss like five of my shots and not be like have a 2-star performance or have a 1-star performance, and you don't even what you call it. Because all mine could have been slightly early. You decide I gotta miss every single shot. Come on, get the cat, get the cat, get the cat. Shooting season. Okay, you should let me make that. There we go. Come on, two more. Okay, one more. I just need a legend to come in here. And we get that 3 times. primary skill. That's right. Wee. Oh, I didn't read it. I thought you missed like all these. Come on. Okay, I got it. I'm not going to free throws good enough. So I get my free throws up. Not for the drill. That's always been my like. That's always been my go-to for any build. Because usually I usually have a build that has a that can shoot free throws. Rarely do I have a build that can actually do my paint be fine. Last drill. Stay with 3-point deep, man. Why y'all can just skip the drill? You gotta walk all the way over there to talk to the guy. And that's good. I don't even have range extender on my 3 level. Here again, if you get more badge points, though, I mean, obviously I would have to play more points for badge points. You have to get up to the elite to get those extra badge points. If you read the rep, you don't get those badge points until you get up to the. And I ain't nowhere near that. That's the other thing. The meter don't move as fast as you think it does. And I played them 2 times too, but still, if I have a decent game, I feel like I should. Like you realize you only going to 21. If I get 6 and maybe a couple assists, like bruh, and I still like you gotta realize I did my thing, Mikey. And then y'all take points away from someone from it's based on team play. So I can get penalized for not being on my man, but your servers are acting up. What part of the game is that, TK? Here we go. Get the cat, get the cat, get the cat. There we go. I wish I had some short match thing. That's the other thing. You put out these jerseys in the NBA store, but you won't put out the shorts to go with them. short. Whenever you buy some short, you should have the same option that you do when you're on the court, when you're on your court accessories. They put that option in there for you shorting your shorts, and then you should have that option for your long shorts. I don't want to wear. Matter of fact, your jersey should be smaller. This jersey should you should have a choice to have the jersey smaller. Because most people, if they're gonna wear shorts like that, they're gonna tighten up their jersey. We're not in the era where it's where that I grew up in, where you got two XL type of situation going on with the throwback jerseys and all that stuff. Like, bro, come on. Yeah. I can play a short game without being too bad, but I don't want to play full of a game. It's not like the that's even better. It's just that the get more confused because they're gonna make them play worse because your settings is based on your settings that you have when you play on your play now and your my league franchise mode type of thing. It's not on your my career setting, so you play faster. Your shot releases faster, and this build is not a shooter, and I'm not a shooting type of player anyway. Ronnie, it don't matter if we saw it, Ronnie. We would take offset side in the first place. It don't even matter. It don't matter what offset. Ain't got to explain itself. Because at this point, and you can call it bias or whatever. Most of us not gonna call it bias because ain't nobody really rocking with Ronnie anyway. That's what I should be doing all day. That's what I should be doing. Not that. Not that either. Y'all claim that's late. I don't know how that's late. We talking about what is a late? Well, when you choose to make it a layup, of course it's late. Trying to dunk. I got the White Hour. Who else? I don't know. Dear. I got some bigs. I think I got Shaq too. Duncan. Let's go. Whatever. I had that jump ball. They just gonna make it because there's a Bach out here doing that. Why we just gotta seamlessly switch though? You know, good and well you weren't gonna allow me to D up him. That's all I want right there when I play paint piece, and it don't happen consistent enough. They delay you. You gotta back up. You gotta back people down. Wow, I don't jump. That's amazing. Yeah, you better hit that. Because I'm wondering why RJ ain't passing me the ball on the break. I didn't call for it because I still had somebody on me, but at the same time, you could exploit that if it's done right because he wasn't really on me on me. Yeah, of course it's a foul this time. Both times I was on point. One time it's a foul. The other time I didn't jump at all. Both times play triangle. There we go. Because you can move better on here. Because it's based on your game speed. That's another thing they need to change. When you go to PS5, guys, allow people to allow people to game speed. Allow people to have the camera. I've been saying this for years since I've been streaming on here, and nobody's been watching. But allow people to change their camera. Live at least did that, and Live wasn't a better game. Live let you choose exactly the camera you want to play online. Imagine that, 2K. I don't want to play on 2K camera. It's not that 2K camera is not a camera. It's because I'm a my career player and I play on my career camera. Wow. So he could just see. That's what I'm talking about. It becomes a bad shot when I've already committed to making a good shot in that situation because I've already exploited him in that situation because I was deep in the paint and you pushed me out of it. So Ibaka just can just push me out of there easily like that. That's interesting. Give me that out of this. That's all. It does help to have this Intimidator at purple. I forgot. I mean, at Hall of Fame. Wow, imagine that. I wonder why I'm struggling 2K. That's all. Let's go. I'm about to say, bro. I don't know why y'all can't use our brains faster than that. I'm telling you, it's the era though. It's really the era. The era dictates that you gotta shoot threes. Because that's why RJ didn't see me earlier on to get the bucket. It's like, bro, you didn't get the two. You know, if you bully down low, you can still punish a team. Threes help too. I'm not saying go totally away from three, but don't fall in love with the three so much that you put yourself in a position to where you got to rely solely on the three because you down. It's like not running the ball in football, and then they outthrowing you in the beginning of the game because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You know you have a running game, but you choose to pass the ball, and you're not very effective passing the ball. And the other team is effective passing the ball, and they go up 28 points to you. Now you ain't got no choice but to pass the ball. Before, if you ran the ball, you control the time clock, and you're able to keep the score down because your defense is not out there that long. You're able to mix and match, meaning run the ball effectively, so to the point where you can pass the ball. Yo, pass it, nigga. God, dunk. That could have been an easy dunk. That's what I need to get next too. That rebound changer into Hall of Fame. that consistent finisher is at Hall of Fame. That Intimidator is at Hall of Fame. I think my defensive leader is at Hall of Fame. Yeah, because look, what you call it? That's the build I want to make. The build that can have alpha dog and defensive leader at the same time. Sheesh. See ya. You talking about how great that would be for especially for pro round. That would be beautiful for a pro am and on bar. Because you know exactly what people do. See, that's what my slashing playmaker can do. He can't do both, but he can do alpha dog. He knows exactly what I know exactly what people's shooting strengths are. No matter if I play with them or not. There we go. Should have been a layup. Should have been a dunk. I gotta realize that's a dunk every time. Ain't nobody on him. It's a dunk. Even if it's a rim grazer, it's a dunk. Like I can see if you got a Zebo. If I made a Zebo type of build, fine. He ain't dunking that. He gonna block it. He gonna rebound it. He gonna post you up, you know, put you in a spin cycle, basically, stuff like that. So I understand if you made an unathletic build, basically, then fine. But for you to come on, that's off. Let me still in my rebounds. I should have called you JR. I almost called him JR for real. I thought he hesitated, so I thought you weren't gonna shoot it. Then he shot it and he bricked. I said I should have called you JR. You ain't playing like RJ. You make that, bro. Yo, nobody's gonna. God, leave, but obviously as a big, I can't run the floor like Shaq in Orlando to get that. To get this. So obviously, I'm automatically looking to pass when we're pushing the tempo like that. No one wants to go cut to the basket in that situation to give me help. Because no matter the build and the skill set of their passing, I still have vision. Honestly, everybody should have vision in this game, but I guess that would require some passing IQ also. So sticks skill to a certain extent. Well, not stick skill because you can. That's just pressing a button. But I mean, like a mental ability in that situation to know when to pass the ball. Well, we beating up on Toronto. I think these is getting better though. As far as just being able to. The rebounds, I've been getting the rebounds because that's one of the ones I upgraded quicker. I just changed it to the Intimidator not too long ago. Whenever the last time I played with my big. That's what I'm gonna do with these streams now. Whenever I do them, I keep saying I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna stop saying I'm gonna be consistent because ain't nobody really watching, so it don't really matter when I do them. To be honest with you, sometimes I just be like, I ain't doing it. It's just the reality of the situation. Because I'm just doing it for free, so. What's the point? Wow. Don't pay attention at all. Yeah, you better make that. So I had it easy too. This is the dumb stuff I'm talking about. I literally call for a ball and you pass it to that. Like you had a way better chance of getting 2 points off of that. Yo, my nigga, come on. I'm supposed to guard that? Like, what's going on, bro? Exactly, you gotta fight over it. What do I need to go over to the perimeter in that situation? Like, I have to, because 2K always be like, you left your assignment. Nigga, that wasn't my assignment. That's another thing y'all got to realize. Everybody ain't got to switch just because the league switching like that. Don't mean like stay on your man. That's what I mean by having control in this game. That should be the next level. I'm telling you. If you can influence your computer players to do what you're supposed to do, so maybe you a team that don't switch because you know you can play defense. Like for instance, my my Miami team with my slasher playmaker. If I'm leading the league in steals, obviously and I have my perimeter defense is high, then I'm a threat at point guard. If I got Jimmy Butler, he's a defensive minded guard. That's a threat. We don't need to switch. So it's me, Jimmy, Greek, Blake, and AD. Ain't too many defensive holes in that situation. Then I got DeRozan off the bench, Bam, Hero, Morris. We ain't got to switch. It's like telling Michael Jordan, Ron Harper, and Scottie Pippen to keep switching. For what, nigga? 6'6", 6'6", 6'7"? And all of them are defensive minded players? And you got Rodman and Kukoc? I don't need to switch. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by having control on the like control of overall your team. Obviously, you only control one player. I'm saying there should be a control of how your team flow of the game goes, how you approach your defense, how you approach like we lead the team in fast break. Any of my teams like that, a lot of times they're going to lead the team in fast break because I like to push tempo. But at the same time, the computer, my players don't necessarily run the floor with me all the time like that. They should know to run the floor with me automatically because after a while, you are the superstar player, and the way you play ball dictates the way that your team's going to play. That's what I'm saying by control. That's what should be happening. Woo! Why y'all make me jump like that? If you're gonna make me jump like that, you gotta give me the block. You got me jumping over here, and I fully expected to be right there to block it. You got me over jumping. Like, don't even let me go then. Shoot, nigga. There we go. That's a foul on me. About to say. You didn't even let me cross over the way I wanted to. They get that. You let me reach out. Nigga still made the bucket too. Man. Come on, man. On the lane. Everybody standing there. Pass it up. I want to be able to talk jump too on this game. I said that a couple of years ago too. I want to be able to talk jump to the point that it affects the game. And I mean affects the game in a good way or a bad game. In a good way or a bad way. In other words, you probably shouldn't talk jump this Steph Curry. Especially if you're either guarding him, well even if you're not guarding him. For instance, like my paint piece. What in the world are you talking jump Steph Curry when you ain't got the guard? Then he goes off here, drops a 50 piece. He goes off on your teammate and drops 50 piece. Because you don't have your teammate don't have the skills to combat with that. That's what I mean by being able to tall jump on there, and it affects you good or badly. Or maybe you going up against Curry, like maybe my slash is going up against Curry, and he's stopping the jump, and it demoralizes Curry. Curry can't make the whole thing. That's more plausible that my Slash and Playmaker could do that to him. My Paint Beast, it could turn into a bad. It could turn into a bad game. Now, granted, it could still turn into a bad game. We talking about Curry, regardless, but it would be more beneficial for my slashing playmaker to talk to him for it to be demoralizing. Only thing about that is that adds more cheese to the game. So it's like kind of glad y'all don't listen to some of the stuff that well, nobody listens to my streams, but kind of glad 2K hasn't listened to my idea as far as that goes because y'all would find some way to cheese that situation and Curry already goes off, it'd be going off even more, and we wouldn't have we wouldn't have that fun ability to talk to them because that happens in the game all the time. They're always jawing at each other. That happens in pickup games. And then there's some players that don't talk junk at all. That's what I should be able to do more consistently. The badge is going to help do that too, though. Once I get better badges than it. Get the cat, get the cat, get the cat. Come on, shoot, nigga. That's all. Rebound. My rebound. I should just took the brick or something. Golly. When nobody trying to make no buckets in that situation. Oh, keep giving me the ball. It don't matter what position I am, they will give me the ball on the like I'm the point guard. Like I love having the ball in my hand. Don't get me wrong, but as a paint beast, that crap don't work. You ain't got the dribbling skills and none of that. My 3 level score can't even bring up the ball like that. And I'm not wasting my playmaking badges on no dribbling. When the dribbling badges are not OP anyway. That's what you call it. He can't my 3 level score is not he's not fast. And my playmaking slash maker, he can create space and move and all that stuff without dribbling badges on. All I have is handle for days. I tried them all out on what you call it. Space Creator gives me space. Space Creator works pretty well, but not enough consistently for my play to have no Hall of Fame. So I just quit handling for days, but sometimes I'll dribble. I'm not even like a dribble like that. Definitely ain't no dribble guy. 'Cause I don't care about like that. I learned the basic way of dribbling. Crap, I forgot these things. I just want to shoot. I like to shoot till the clock runs out. I don't care about all that passing the ball crap. You know that this is a video game. See what I'm saying about the thin line and stuff like that? Let them niggas shoot. Just don't. Yeah, I understand that's authentic to the game. Niggas don't want to shoot when the clock's going down. Doesn't matter. That help. Yeah. Well, I played overall better game than I did with my score. All right, this is gonna be the end of my broadcast. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and your kids.